जी उमर, आप हैं? आप मेरे ख्याल में आ जाओ पहले। स्टार्ट कर दो उमर। फरहान है जी, इसके बाद फरहान, उमर के बाद फरहान, और आप बाकी जो हैं। आप साद पहली दफ़ा नज़र आ रहे हैं आप। चलें। जुनेद। ओके। तो लेट मी ओपन वन आउट ऑफ इट सो वी कैन जस्ट एक को हम खोल लेते हैं, उमर को पहले खोल लेते हैं। लेट्स शेयर इट फॉर दी ऑनलाइन पीपल एज वेल। आप यहाँ पे खड़े हो सकते हैं आराम से, और मैं आपको ये इसको आप यूज कीजिए। वैसे ये पीछे से देखिएगा, थोड़ा लूज है। एक मिनट के लिए आप रुकेंगे, इसमें जरा आपको कुछ चीज़ें आपकी नोट कर लूँ। ठीक है। सर, साथ में मासूम सर और दोनों भाई। सर जी सर। यस सर। और कौन रहेगा इसमें? फरहान। जी उमर, ठीक हो गया। उमर, ये बताइए कि सारी समरीज आपने दी हैं? सर बिल्कुल। ओके, और लेक्चर्स अटेंड किए हुए ना? जी सर बिल्कुल। देखे हुए हैं सर। ओके। कोई चीज़ बिल्डअप हुई है, चीज़ें देख के कोई नई चीज़ें पता चली, कुछ आइडियाज इंप्रूव हुए या
जी सर, काफ़ी इम्प्रूवमेंट आई है। इनफैक्ट मैं रिसर्च कुछ पहले भी स्टार्ट कर चुका था, उसका ओवरऑल एक जो डायरेक्शन है वो काफ़ी शिफ्ट हुई है इसकी वजह से।
ओके,
सर
दैट्स ग्रेट। तो वी कैन सी दैट आपकी प्रेजेंटेशन में हमें नजर आ जाएगा।
सर।
आपने टॉपिक अप्रूव करा लिया था अपना?
जी सर, करवा।
एक दफा पहले प्रेजेंट किया
जी
था?
जी।
ठीक है। ठीक है जी, बिस्मिल्लाह कीजिए, स्टार्ट।
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. My name is Umair. I've done my bachelor's in mechatronics and currently I'm pursuing my master's degree in data science. During the course of my study, I had the opportunity to work on two projects. One was Amazon Market Analysis Tools and Tools and Techniques for Data Science. And the second was recurring neural networks and transformers models in the deep learning. This gave the inception of IDEA, which was essentially an intersection between the natural language processing and data analysis. With this, I come to the title of my presentation, which is BA Book, a natural language interface for data visualizations and insights. This research is supervised by Dr. Sajid Rashid. There has been an ever-increasing demand of data-driven decision making. The complexity in the traditional visualization tools create a barrier for the non-expert in terms of programming languages and libraries. So there is a need for an adaptive and user-friendly tools that can make the data analysis and data visualizations easier for technical as well as non-technical people alike. Therefore, the contribution is that we introduce BI book. BI is a self-coined term, a natural language interface-based application that enables users to analyze data as well as create visualizations using natural language interface. The current work can be divided into three categories. The first one, or the earlier ones, were the rule-based systems in which people or the researchers used probabilistic grammar and semantic parsing. The second is deep neural network-based approach, in which the model was trained on the natural language theory and its corresponding visualization. And the third one is the large language model-based approach. In 2023, ChatQuiz was the first paper that analyzed the ability of large language model to produce visualization code. My area of work is also based on the large language model-based approach for chat visualization tools. These research gaps are also in line with the third large language model-based approach. The challenges in the existing systems include lack of feature engineering techniques, lack of ambiguity modeling techniques and explainability, and the inherent bias of a Gemini large language model towards certain charts or plots. This is an example of persistent, a paper published in 2024. As we can see that in the first query, the model is not able to interpret the pre-processing steps and it has created a wrong visualization. And in the second figure, which is below, we can see that the model is not able to model the ambiguity and therefore it has created an error. The research objectives for this research is exploring different techniques for prompt engineering for effective prompt building. Explore different context retrieval methods to make Google Gemini LLMs more context aware. Explore options for integrating explainable AI for multi-agent framework. And implement and test various agentic AI configurations for best results. The research questions are: what would be the best agentic AI configuration for BI book? How can real-time hybrid prompting resolve ambiguities in natural language queries? And how can BI book ensure the accuracy of domain-specific visualizations and explainability? In research methodology, first we'll go over to the literature view of the existing architectures which have been used in the chat visualization tools. Then the collection of public data set, then system design and development, and in the end we'll have qualitative evaluation. The data set that I'll be using is NVBench. It has 25,000 pairs of natural language queries and its corresponding visualizations. And the data consists of about 105 domains. The picture of a natural language query and its corresponding visualization is displayed. The architecture I'll be using React frontend and Django backend. React is a JavaScript-based framework. I've chosen JavaScript because the previous researches were based on Python-based framework. Python is essentially a backend language. So in this research, I want to explore the ability of large language models to generate code for visualization in a front-end based framework. The agentic AI workflow is shown on the in blue color. In the agentic AI workflow, a query, the user query, and the features of the tabular data are passed to the ambiguity modeling agent, and it returns the extracted feature, chart type, and the conditions for the chart. Then the extracted features and conditions are passed to the processing agent, which in turns create pandas code for the backend processing. And once the processing is done, the refined query along with the process data frame is passed to the plotting agent, which then creates a Plotly.js or Plotly JavaScript based code for the front end. The large language model I'll be using is Google Gemini 1.5 Pro. This model will be tested against 5 case studies. The first one is the NVBench, and agentic AI configuration will be tested against the complex queries of NVBench. Ambiguity handling. In this case study, the system will be tested against the ambiguous queries to validate the resolution accuracy. User expertise level will be gauged in terms of the visualization will be tailored for the novice and the expert users, and evaluation will be considered. Evaluation will be taken based on the iterative query consistency and the response consistency for follow-up queries across domains. And multi-dimensional data relationship will also be assessed via the AI configuration. The timeline for this research is as flashed. These are the references.
ठीक है, वेरी गुड।
Sir,
गुड वर्क, गुड वर्क। और अच्छा, आप जो है वो अभी आपका कोर्स वर्क पूरा हो गया, तीसरी स्टेज में आ गए हो?
sir,
और TH1 सबमिट हुआ हुआ है या अभी करेंगे?
sir,
थीसिस वन
है।
इस दफा आपने भेजा है डॉक्यूमेंट अपने?
सर,
अप्रूव हो गए, ECP हो गई है?
जी सर।
उसमें कोई पॉइंट्स तो नहीं आए?
सर,
अप्रूव्ड।
जी सर।
यहाँ की प्रेजेंटेशन आपने दी थी?
यहाँ कीजिए सर।
डॉक्टर अमजद और डॉक्टर सदफ थी?
जी सर।
ओके। और ठीक है जी, एक्सीलेंट। और कंटेंट रखे तो आप कहाँ पे हैं? इधर ही हैं कहीं, कहीं और स्टेशन है?
सर, मैं रिसेंटली इधर पोस्ट हूँ।
अच्छा, वैसे आप डिस्टेंस लर्निंग में
मैं
थे?
डिस्टेंस लर्निंग।
ओके। और आपका भाई जो है वो रेगुलर शो होते हैं, आते नहीं है क्लास में?
सर, ये डीएल का ही है।
DL पे ही आ गई?
सर, ये सर
अच्छा अच्छा, ठीक है ठीक। और दोनों आप आर्मी में हैं?
सर,
दोनों मैकेट्रॉनिक्स इंजीनियर?
नहीं सर, मैं ठीक है। वैसे इन्फेंट्री में सर, लेकिन जो मेरा बैचलर है वो डेटा साइंस है, मास्टर वो डेटा साइंस है।
अच्छा
एक्चुअली
अच्छा।
सर, जब मैंने स्टार्ट किया था
ओके ओके ओके, आप मतलब वो शिफ्ट करना चाह रहे हैं एंड देन ट्राइंग टू गो अब्रॉड एज वेल फॉर
जी सर।
चेंजिंग। ठीक है, नहीं ठीक है, गुड। आपने वो बैकएंड कोर्सेज सारे कर लिए हैं, जो बैकग्राउंड कोर्सेज 6
बैकग्राउंड सारे कंप्लीट हो गए और भी जो है सर डीप लर्निंग मशीन लर्निंग वो भी कंप्लीट
हो गए? और क्या GPA जा रहा है?
सर भी है सर 3.45 समथिंग।
तो तुमने इन्फेंट्री क्यों ज्वाइन की थी फिर?
उस टाइम इन्फेंट्री के शौक था सर, भी जो है।
उतर गया शौक?
जी सर, भी
ठीक, चलो जी, ठीक है मैम, शुक्रिया, थैंक यू। ये दे दीजिए। और अभी अब फरहान आ जाए, ठीक है। उमर, अगर आप जाना चाहते हैं, whosoever presents ही, if they want to go, आप जा सकते हैं, ठीक है। बिकॉज देन आई विल गो ऑन टू द ऑनलाइन पार्टिसिपेंट्स, उनको मैं फिर अलग से हैंडल कर लूंगा। बट रिकॉर्डिंग्स वुड बी अवेलेबल, आप बाद में देख सकते हैं सबकी लेक्चर्स इसमें, या जो सबकी जो प्रेजेंटेशन है वो होंगी। ये आप पकड़ लीजिए सर, देख के भाई लूज है थोड़ा सा। ये अपना पेपर देखने हो मेरा, वापस भी कर दीजिए। ठीक है, ठीक है। जी, लेट्स लिसन टू फरहान। फरहान की प्रेजेंटेशन खोल लेते हैं जी। हाँ जी, जी, थैंक यू। ठीक है जी, विजिबल है? ठीक है जी, हाँ स्टार्ट।
And my topic is the influence of time management skills on the academic success and the graduation rates of graduate students. So the graduation is time, time is a crucial resource of every student and play a vital role in their academic success and graduation. While all students have the same amount of time for their studies, some manage it wisely while others squander it. Academic achievement is strongly linked to effective time management, which involves individual behavioral skills such as goal setting, task management, prioritizing daily activities, employing time management techniques, and strategic planning. Students can reach their goal by effectively organizing their time, developing their skills is essential and should be practiced from the very beginning of their academic journey. They should prepare teachers to how to manage their time effectively to achieve the best possible result in their academic careers. This highlights impact time management skills in the graduate students. Academic forms for graduation grades in the 21st century with various extracurricular activities increasingly demanding attention. Poor time management can significantly hinder educational outcomes. So the literature review explores the impact of time management skills on the academic success and graduation rates of graduate students. It analyzes various factors influencing student academic performance, highlighting the importance of individual planning. Effective time management provides clarity in the organizing obstacles and developing strategies to address them. So my first paper is the impact of sense of belonging, resilience, time management skills, and academic performance on psychological well-being among university students. Their methodology is used by quantitative as well as qualitative. So the data collection is TCSQ times structure questionnaire and survey circle. They selected 141 participant in this survey, and sampling technique was used scale-based proposal sampling limited variable is time management academic performance outcomes. So data analysis is done in SPS 17. So the limitation study at pandemic time sample size effects participants not gender balance, and they give some questionnaire to the students and set the scales. So there is one. They weighted the academic performance on their base. My second paper is gender-based comparative study of time management skills at university level. They use quantitative data and select collection technique is time management questionnaire that was developed by Ford Wither, which is used in the research data collection tool. Population is university students, which is 528 students is selected in education department in number, and 10% was selected to for questionnaire, which is 52 students. Sampling technique is disproportionate for random sampling and variable is time management and educational performance outcomes. Data analysis is used for statistics analysis is SPS S17 and Excel also. The limitation is only one university is selected for this qualitative study not done in this paper. So this is my third paper. How did it get to late so soon? The effect of time management knowledge and practice on student time management skills and academic performance. So they use quantitative data. Methodology used is qualitative data. Data collection techniques is questionnaire on demographic data and time management. Population, they use students. Sampling techniques is probability sampling. Variable is time management skills, academic performance. For statistics, data analysis, they use SPS S17. And the limitation is Only civil engineering students get selected of first year, first semester. My fourth impact of time management student engagement treatment at secondary level. There is my students impact of time management on student academic achievement. So they use descriptive survey, the TC, TMQ time management questionnaire, population student at different faculty. Sampling technique is used by a random sampling techniques, variable as academic reducing and impact of time management. So the data analysis used IBM SPSS 20, the limitations select limited selection of population. So the gap-based analysis, a wide range of research have been conducted on time management skills and their role in the student academic success. However, limited attention has been given to the development of these skills to help students achieve better graduation outcomes. This will result as research gap in existing students have not thoroughly explored the relationship between time management skills and academic success and graduation rates of graduate students. The study focuses on the direct connection between the time management skills and academic success. Several factors influence the application of effectiveness of time management skills in university culture and leadership deficiency being particularly significant.
ठीक है, आगे चलो, अपने मेथड पे चले जाओ, प्रपोज मेथड। ठीक है,
So
आगे।
this is my
ठीक है, ठीक है, आगे चलो।
This is my proposed methodology, literature review, identify gap in existing studies. So data collection method questionnaire will be given to students and short interviews or social media surveys. Population will be student.
कन्वीनियंस सैम्पलिंग क्या होती है?
Which is
कन्वीनियंस
sampling.
सैम्पलिंग
So like university, this university is convenient for me. So I take
आपकी डिस्कशन सुपरवाइजर से होती रहती है?
yes, एक दो दफा हुई है।
एसेंस रीड से मिल रहे, थीसिस करना है?
नहीं सर, मेरा बेसिकली लास्ट सब्जेक्ट है। ओके, मैंने इम्प्रूव करने के लिए लिया था।
ठीक है, ठीक है, ठीक,
टाइम है इसका।
ठीक।
ये पेपर मैट्रिक्स एंड दिस इज रेफरेंस।
क्लास में आए क्यों नहीं हो तुम?
प्रीवियस क्लास में
काफी सारी क्लासेस नहीं।
सर वो 2 क्लास मिस कर गया था, चेयरमैन का विजिट था, तो
कहाँ पे होते हैं आप?
सैटरडे संडे भी ऑफ नहीं था सर।
कहाँ पे होते हैं?
18 में।
अच्छा,
तो 2 क्लास, लेकिन मैंने सर ऑनलाइन ले ली थी।
अच्छा,
फिर पिछली क्लास आया था, लेकिन सर प्रेजेंटेशन के लिए टाइम नहीं मिला।
चलो सही, सही है, ठीक हो गया। पेपर ले लो अपना। चलिए, और अभी कौन आएगा आप में से जी? फरहान हो गया जी, जुनेद आ जाओ। आपने भेज दी प्रेजेंटेशन सर? 226 के नंबर से? आप लोगों ने अपना रिसर्च प्रपोजल भी आपने शेयर कर लिया मुझसे?
जी सर, मैंने आपको
कर दिया, ठीक है। Sure. Let's listen to. पकड़ेंगे गिरेगा, ठीक है, वो हो रहा है।
My name is Sunil and I've done my graduation in computer science and now I'm pursuing my master in computer science as well. And the topic of my research is optimal brain tumor detection using machine learning, and which is supervised by Dr. Fazal Subhan and co-supervised by Dr. Shabir. Here is the table of contents, like the agenda of my presentation, which will start from the introduction. As a brain tumor is a very severe and sometimes a fatal condition, result from the uncontrolled multiplication of abnormal cells in the brain matter. And majorly, brain tumors have two types, which is insignificant and malignant. And we also said like there are two types in the context of primary and secondary. Then increasing the incident rate of brain tumor commonly warrant the use of sophisticated diagnostic equipment for the timely diagnosis. And also early and properly diagnosis of brain tumor is necessary to ensure effective treatment and improve survival rate for the patients. Diagnostic methods are susceptible to misinterpretation and it takes a very long time for review, causing a delay in the commencement of treatment and delay in proper diagnosis. This is the literature review of 4 papers which were closely related with my topic. And then the gap analysis. Firstly, there is a data imbalance as deep learning models are often trained on highly balanced data set that result in biased classifiers. Two methods such as sparse autoencoder and data computation are applied to this problem. Balancing data set is difficult. Secondly, high computational cost. As we advanced deep learning model require massive computational resources for training and inference, cutting them out of the setting in resource constrained platforms. Thirdly, lack of generalization. Those model training on specific dataset can perform well on the unseen data due to their difference in imagining protocol, noise level, and types of scanners. Then limited interpretability. Deep learning models, especially CNNs, are black boxes and clinicians cannot interpret their predictions. Then overfitting. Training on small dataset of sample lead to overfitting, whereby the model classifies correctly the training sample but perform poorly over new samples. And then this is a problem statement as mostly deaths of the brain tumors patients are due to the late detection and also the increasing rate of brain tumor also warrants the use of suspected diagnostic equipment for the timely diagnosis.
ठीक है, आप आ जाएं अभी अपनी मेथडोलॉजी के ऊपर। जी ये
This is my proposed methodology as the block diagram says. Like firstly, we'll take the data set, then we're going to pre-process the data set by reducing the noise and we will apply the augmentation. And after that, we go to the model training phase. In that, firstly, we will going to handle the imbalancing. Then we're going to apply our technique as for my research. I'm going to use the optimization technique along with the CNN. For example, like I'm going to use Bison optimization and Marine with CNN. And after that, we are going to the testing phase. And after performing the testing, if the results come according to the our benchmark, then we're going to deploy the project. This is my thesis timeline. It's missing. Pursuing proposed methodology activity like that includes the I'm going to use the Python and also the data set I'm going to use it will be downloaded from the table.
ठीक
That will be public availability.
ठीक 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 है जुनैद, गुड वर्क, आपने अच्छा काम किया हुआ है। टॉपिक एक आइडिया आपका ठीक हो गया है, इसमें इम्प्रूवमेंट्स हो सकती हैं, बस ठीक है आप शाहजेब के साथ इन टच रहें, ही वुड बी एबल टू गाइड यू ऑन दिस। ठीक है, थैंक यू। ठीक है जी, आ जाएं जी, साथ आप आ जाएं पेपर में आप ये लीजिए। ये सब आप देखिए, थोड़ा सा कुछ देखना है गिरे। जी जी, आपने कुछ यू कैन लीव।
Operating system.
Okay.
Notes भी मैंने इसका laptop
आप नहीं, आप जरूरी नहीं है, मतलब नोट्स आप कंफर्टेबल हैं तो यू कैन प्रेजेंट, जस्ट सी दी स्लाइड्स।
वो इसमें नजर नहीं आता, प्रेजेंटर भी मैं सबको होता है।
हाँ, तो वो देखने की जरूरत भी नहीं है, वो फौजी स्टाइल है।
ठीक है।
जो एकेडमिक स्टाइल है वो नहीं है, पढ़ना नहीं है आप।
Right.
ठीक है, चलो।
Assalamualaikum gentlemen, my name is Saad Masood and I'm a graduate of Bachelor in Military Arts and Sciences and I'm doing my Masters in Data Science. In next 10 minutes, I shall present my research proposal titled Merging Open-Endedness and Foundational Models.
आपके सुपरवाइजर कौन है?
सर मेरे सुपरवाइजर आप ही हैं।
मुझे तो आपने अब तक ये टॉपिक डिस्कस ही नहीं किया आज तक।
ये सर डिस्कस किया था आपसे और लेकिन उस टाइम फाइनलाइज नहीं हुआ था। आपने मुझे प्रपोज किया था एक सर जेंडर वाला, उसकी मुझे भी चीज उस तरह से मिली नहीं थी सर।
ओके,
टॉपिक्स मैंने 4-5 देखे थे लेकिन इसमें भी मेरी थीसिस का टॉपिक ही नहीं होगा।
लेट्स सी, आप प्रेजेंट करें ना तो देख लेते हैं कि टॉपिक में क्या इसमें करना चाह रहे हो। ठीक है, तो
The problem statement, gentlemen, is are we heading towards artificial superhuman intelligence or artificial general intelligence or not? Now, the current academia, the leading academia thinks that this cannot be achieved with the foundational models like large language models, ChatGPT or Google Gemini or Google DeepMind, different generative AI projects. Since all the current AI systems are based on foundational models trained on large data set released straight from internet, so they generalize well, but their capabilities are limited by their training. Since these models are modeled on a particular type of data, so they are limited by that data itself. So the age-old debate of availability of data and compute would not apply in our path to AGI or ASI, since extrapolating these correct techniques in both self-supervised learning and reinforcement learning would be incapable of reaching ASI, just because these are mere models of the data that we are presenting them. So the creation of an open-ended and ever-evolving and ever self-improving AI still remains elusive. Here, the concept of open-endedness is introduced. The key terminology in understanding open-endedness is that open-endedness is a system that continuously produces outcomes which are novel and learnable. Here, if you look at the diagram where the system, the black box on top is producing different artifacts, which is in this case different designs of aircraft. To an observer, to a mouse, for example, even as the simplest of the designs of an aircraft would seem very novel, but it would never be learnable for him. He would never be able to take any value out of it. For a human being who is studying aerospace engineering, these designs would not only be novel, but also be learnable. And he would be able to take key inspirations and understandings from these designs that the system has outputted. Now consider alien who is a super intelligent alien and who is millions of years of technological advancements ahead of us. Once he sees this system that is producing aerospace designs, these designs would not be novel to him. But definitely he would be able to analyze them and make out its mistakes. It would be learnable, but not novel. So the process, the human being in the middle who has checked both the boxes of novelty and learnability, this system is called interesting. This is what is interesting to human beings. And a system is only open-ended if and only if it is capable of producing both novel and learnable artifacts. This intersection is also known as interestingness. So a true open-ended system from the perspective of an observer is a system is open-ended if and only if the sequence of artifacts it produces are both novel and learnable. A key characteristic of this system would be perpetual novelty. The system consistently produces unexpected outcomes, and this can be made through mathematical equations as well. And learnability, the outcomes are interpretable and useful for learning only. In nature, we find the example of evolution. Evolution is the process by which we stand here today to build societies and cities of mass capabilities is just because of evolution. So evolution is merely random mutation, non-random selection of random mutation. There are random mutations occurring in all of us at all the times as we reproduce. And the evolution and the natural selection process selects. So it is a non-random selection of random mutation. This is a truly open-ended system, and this is what the leading researchers say is required to be achieved by an open-ended system. Now, case in point is TV noise. TV noise, if you switch to a channel which is not available to you, you see a white noise. It's called TV noise. By this definition, you might think that TV noise is also random and is also producing random artifacts. Isn't that novel or isn't that learnable? That is, first of all, it is not learnable. Secondly, that noise can be modeled to a uniform distribution, for example. So it is that this system is not open-ended. The idea had its conception from I.J. Wood in 1965, where he proposed a machine which is a super intelligent machine which has surpassed human intelligence, would be so far ahead of humans just because of its capability to create. Since it is powerful than human beings and in thought and process, it would be creating further machines that are even powerful than that machine. And that this iterative process would lead us to ASI or AGI. And this then transitioned to universal learning algorithms, which propose different frameworks like Solomon on-off induction and AI-XI, which then resulted into a rule-based general cognitive architectures like SOAR in 1993, ACT-R, and SPAWN. And later, after the compute power was not available till early 2010s and early 2015s, where enough data and compute were available, and we had an explosion of deep neural nets in both application and research. And Google DeepMind's AlphaGo was the first superhuman capable, since it surpassed the human capabilities in the game Go in 2016. And then AlphaZero was developed for chess, and then OpenAI's Dota 2 bot in 2018. This then transitioned to LLM-based systems where they benefited from transformer-based systems. And currently, the field is limited by the AI models that are task-specific only and lack creativity, and therefore open-endedness are investigating frameworks that can autonomously generate novel ideas and solutions. Two of the highly related words in this field are Omni, which is open-endedness via models of human notions of interestingness. This focuses on leveraging foundation models to prioritize novel and relevant tasks. A position paper in ICLMR called Open-endedness is essential for superhuman intelligence by Edward Hugh, which states that open-endedness accelerates AI capability to improve itself. And foundational models can emulate human judgments of novelty and relevance.
अच्छा, इसमें साथ इस तरह से है कि ये तो ठीक है, ये तो इंट्रोडक्टरी सारी चीज़ें हैं ना,